How to turkey cookie. First, buy the turkey and a bottle of whiskey. Pour yourself a glass of whiskey and put the turkey in the oven. Take another 2 drinks of whiskey and set the degree at 375 ovens. Have 3 more whiskeys of drink and turn the oven on. Take 4 whisks of drinky and turk the basti. Park sticky turkey in the thermometer and glass yourself a pour of whiskey. Bake the whiskey for 4 hours, take the oven out of the turkey and flow the turkey up off the pick. Pour yourself another glass of turkey. Now just at the sable and turk the carvey. I met a beautiful lady last night, took her back to my place and we went at it all night, all sorts of weird and wonderful positions. In the morning she told me she had a confession. That's the first time I've done that, she said. Sex or a one-night stand, I replied. Sex, you see, I hope you don't mind, but I used to be Christian and was never interested in sex. That's fine, I don't mind, I said. She looked at me, with an excited look in her face and said, good, because I much prefer being Christina. I bought some Jamie Oliver sausages from Sainsbury's the other day. On the side of the packaging it said, prick with a fork. The man in charge of the luggage at Terminal 5 at Heathrow has been sacked and awaiting trial at court with another cases to be taken into account. A little girl asked her father, how did the human race appear? The father answered, God made Adam and Eve and they had children and so was all mankind made. 2 days later the girl asked her mother the same question. The mother answered, many years ago there were monkeys from which the human race evolved. The confused girl returned to her father and said, Dad, how is it possible that you told me the human race was created by God, and Mummy said they developed from monkeys? The father answered, well, dear, it is very simple. I told you about my side of the family and your mother told you about hers. The doc told a guy that masturbating before sex often helped men last longer during the act. The man decided, what the hell, I'll try it. He spent the rest of the day thinking about where to do it. He couldn't do it in his office. He thought about the restroom, but it was too open. He considered an alley, but figured that was too unsafe. Finally, he realized his solution. On his way home, he pulled his truck over on the side of the road. He got out and crawled underneath as if he was examining the truck. Satisfied with the privacy, he undid his pants and started to wank. He closed his eyes and thought of his lover. As he grew closer to the big finish, he felt a quick tug at the bottom of his pants. Not wanting to lose his mental fantasy or the orgasm, he kept his eyes shut and replied, what? He heard, this is the police. What's going on down there? The man replied, I'm checking out the rear axle, it's busted. Came the reply, well, you might as well check your brakes too while you're down there because your truck rolled down the hill 5 minutes ago. A guy goes to Moscow on business. The first night he picks up a hooker in the hotel bar and takes her back to his room. Being a hooker he's not expecting much, but as they going at it she starts moaning, he starts pumping for all he's worth and she starts squealing. He's really getting into it now, banging like the proverbial shithouse door and she starts screaming. Afterwards she's shattered, she drags herself to her feet, takes the money and says, mushka, mushka. She must have loved that and is telling me well done, the guy thinks. Next day he meets his business contact, and they go off for a round of golf. The Russian tees off first, he hits a screamer right down the middle of the fairway, 300 yards, a perfect shot. Keen to impress, the tourist wants to use the little Russian he knows, so he says, mushka, mushka. The Russian looks at him and says, what do you mean wrong hole? Please subscribe and leave a like for daily stories.